Okay. Welcome to US Black Business Network. I'm your host, Unique. My co-host, Cassie.
Hey, what's good?
Let's see if we can do this right. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about Saturday when we're talking about the Black Business Network here at Halo Lounge. Um, and the reason why I'm so excited is because there's a lot of things that we're doing here, and I wanted to touch base. I want to disclose some of the things that I've been keeping close to my vest up until the day, which is April 22nd, 2023. Okay?
Can't with
Um,
you.
oh, did I get that right?
You did.
Okay, good. So, Cassie, what I wanted to talk to you about today is the state of Black America and more specifically black businesses in Rhode Island. I mentioned on the previous podcast or episode that there's only 4% of businesses here in Rhode Island are black owned. And and that's, that's incredibly low.
Right.
So what do you think is the problem, and what do you think we can do to offer solutions to that?
Well, I feel like here in Rhode Island, like there's a lack of like togetherness when it comes to like the black community. I feel like it's a lot of where you're from. That's the people you support is either your family or where you're from, things like that. Like depending on what side of town you're from, Providence, like whatever side of town you're from. There's a lack of support. I feel like there's a lack of togetherness and
Do you
sense
think?
of community.
Yeah, so do you? Well, I've been here for a while, and do you think the arguments or the beefs created that kind of divisiveness that we see here?
It definitely started it, and we're seeing the aftermath of it now today, which is the 4% black businesses, in Rhode Island. Like it stemmed from, whatever side of town you're from, whatever hood you're from. You have beef with the other side of town. You know what I mean? Like that's what contributed to it, and then it just like trickled down over the years. You
It's
know what I
gotten
mean?
worse
It's
over
gotten
the
worse.
years.
Yeah, exactly. So we need we need more support. It shouldn't matter what side of town you're from. Honestly, it
You
really
are
shouldn't.
absolutely right. It should definitely not matter what side of town you're from. Specifically, when it comes to government, schooling, and business. You know, when I think of business, like I was explaining before we actually got live, is that I know groups of people, like right now, if you look at the news and you pay attention to the news, Chinese government do business with America.
True.
America does business with the Russian government. They're talking about war right now with China. But they're still doing business with China.
Right. Yeah.
Iran aligned themselves with China. But they're still doing business. They're still selling oil and wheat, and all types of commodities with one another. That tells you, even though that they don't get along with one another, they still don't let their differences getting away from their progress. You know? So, because you have a vested interest.
Right.
The vested interest is this. If I need wheat and you have wheat and I need to eat, here's your food. We can have a disagreement. But again, I think also one of the things that I don't want to do, because I said I promised you I wouldn't do,
What? Go ahead.
it's a household, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely stems from that. Yeah,
If
that's
you
true.
don't get along in the house, you know what I mean, with your spouse, how do you have a community?
It's true.
That's where the community breakdown is.
And then the fathers are also missing within the household as well. A lot of these men or in the black community, you know, they grow up without a father, and that male influence, someone to teach them how to be a man, and you know, things like that. And it's definitely needed, you know, like.
We want to drop a video with that preface on there. The one where you say fathers are needed. You know, it's very, very important.
Very important.
And we as fathers have to stand up. You know, a lot of times people hear me talk, but they don't recognize that I'm really stating that I'm already 10 toes down when it comes to our kids.
Right.
Is it playing?
Yeah. So just making sure it's not around the screen.
Let us know when it's over.
Us as mothers saying it's things I don't, baby daddy, I don't fucking like you when it comes to a relationship. You were a terrible boyfriend, baby daddy, but bruh, it's some things I can't teach my daughters or my sons like you could teach them. We need you. But instead, we holler everything gonna be all right. We don't need a nigga for nothing, and telling ourselves it's okay and it's not. Just look the fuck around. It's not. As soon as we stop valuing marriage, as soon as we stop valuing the idea of a two-parent household or two people raising the kids, is the minute you see what the fuck going on with this younger generation. They don't want to hear shit. Disrespect me, kill you dead, nigga. Women, we ridicule one another so much nowadays. Getting raised by solely a female, missing that other side where you get the love and affection from a male. So we grow up and we do everything we can. We exploit our bodies, we exploit our minds, we exploit our life testimony. America, you're a black man in America. It's certain things you can and cannot do. Certain way, and as a woman, a black woman, we can't tell them that. We don't know that feeling. We don't know that experience. And instead of us as mothers saying, it's things I don't, baby daddy, I don't fucking like you when it comes to a relationship. You were a terrible boyfriend, baby daddy, but bruh, it's some things I can't teach my daughters or my sons like you could teach them. We need you. But instead, we holler everything gonna be all right. We don't need a nigga for nothing, and telling ourselves it's okay and it's not. Just look the fuck.
So, I know she's very passionate.
Very.
But I can relate, you know? And when I say passion sometimes, it equates to the immediate, the necessary right now change, you know? So that's where my passion comes from.
Right.
Like I'm saying, what can we do right now? And on April 22nd, the U.S. Black Business Network will be here at Halo Lounge. We will have a nice dinner. We'll be enjoying ourselves and celebrating and showing all sides of town are welcome, okay? We want to work together. We want to bring a bunch of things together so we're all on the same page, okay? So with that being said, as a woman, tell me what I can do to help women not look at me the wrong way. Could you help me with that, please? I know I'm passionate and I go hard about what a man is and what a man is supposed to be, you know? But how can I learn how not to come off so...
So is that the build trust? Like how, okay, so I wrote a few things down. I wrote a few things down, okay? All right, so this is 10 things men can do or should do to build trust with women.
Okay.
All right, number 1 is make your intentions clear.
Okay.
Number 2 is be consistent with how you treat her.
Okay, let me talk those two things. Okay. My intentions is to bring us together. I love my Black Ebony queens. I love all my sisters with all my heart. And number 2, I don't know how not to be consistent. I'll show up every day. But I have requirements, you know what I mean? And that requirements is you have to show up too. It's a vice versa thing. It's a reciprocal thing. So I love y'all. My intentions is for us to get better. I want to support you in every way possible. Sometimes though, and I hate to be negative, but a lot of times when men try to be helpful, women try to exploit that. They don't take the genuine,
Yo,
intent.
Can you give us an example?
If a woman says, like example, a woman might say she might need help with some dough. Hey, I need to borrow $20 or $100 because I got a babysitter. And you try to help her out with that $100, and then it's not that important to get you back your $100.
Oh, so you wanted her to pay you back.
I'm just saying, if she needed to borrow $100, she needed to borrow $100.
Oh, okay.
Remember how you said let your
Is this in like a friendship type relationship
Absolutely. See,
and
what
not
a
in an
lot of
intimate
times that
relationship?
happens,
Okay.
It's like if we go to the bar and we chilling, right? I'm a gentleman. I'll buy you a drink, but that doesn't mean I want to sleep with you.
Right.
But what's in a lot of women's heads?
You think they automatically assume if
I'm
you buy
almost
them a drink?
positive all of them think this dude is just giving me a drink because he thinks I want to sleep with him.
No, they may think like, oh yeah, he must like me, da da da. Like they might think that.
And when men like women, what do you think men want to do?
that's the question.
But that doesn't mean you want to smash the night of. You know what I mean? Like,
But
Now, come on over.
who
Kuma.
doesn't though?
Come on.
That's the question.
Come on
That's the
over.
real question though.
See, that's the thing.
Who doesn't?
See,
Not to say that it's a good thing, but who
Yeah.
doesn't want to smash the first night? Who doesn't?
wow,
what man
really?
doesn't? Like,
We're
who
not
doesn't?
being toxic. Come
I'm not trying
on.
to be like that. I'm saying,
seriously though,
who doesn't? Even
we want to introduce
on whatever level, who doesn't though?
We want to introduce my brother Kuma.
You?
He's here to talk about, he's been here in Rhode Island for a little while, but he's going to talk about how he sees business, the difference in business and networking from where he's from, Connecticut, and here. But go back to what you were saying in regards to what you just heard her say, in regards to drinks and whatnot.
Yeah, but
I
just
don't want
because.
no trouble.
No,
Let's
I'm
start-
not
let's
starting no
with-
trouble.
Let's start by saying that. I don't want no trouble.
Okay.
Alright, listen. I don't have the exact same views as this guy and about everything.
Now, nice disclaimer.
Yeah,
I like
mean,
that.
let's be clear, But in regards to what I was saying, like most dudes, if you're going out, if you're hitting a bar, you're not looking for a wife at the bar. So if you buying a drink, your intent is to knock her off, 9 times out of 10. So they're right to have that thought. He's just saying, why him? He's a different person. You know what I mean? But most dudes that's their intent. Let's just be real. That's 100.
Okay.
And if a female was to go the opposite route and buy a drink, what's her intent? Ain't nobody trying to drink for no good conversation. You trying to get past the bullshit.
Yeah, maybe she's interested in you. Maybe she,
Maybe.
she genuinely like
Well, the reason
wants to.
why I'm saying that, and the reason why I even brought that up, is because what you said. Be clear. and
With
let
your intentions, exactly.
So from the gate, that's what needed. I like what she said. Those were great things, My intentions is to help my sisters, Ladies, I'm a very respectful man, and I'm gonna be honest with you. 95% of y'all, I'm not trying to even.
Why you putting a number on it
I'm
though?
just saying, 95% of the women out here, okay, are nice ladies, and I like y'all, and y'all very attractive and everything like that. But I would rather be business oriented with y'all, because I'll be honest with you, you do have a huge business minded and females. See, that's what I'm saying. So if we at the bar and we chilling, and I buy a drink, I might bought the drink so we can network,
Right.
see how we can get together. But if that woman thinking, oh, he wants to sleep with me, you just destroyed a great business endeavor.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the female.
It does. But
Because
I'm
if she
saying-
business oriented, she ain't gonna look at it like that.
No,
If
so-
she know you and she know that you about
I
networking,
know a lot of women
She gotta
out
see it
here
for what
who
it
are
is.
business minded, who might meet when they see guys who are business minded, who's talking to them, they still thinking the same primitive thing. They still thinking that a man want to smash. You see what I'm saying? And when a man is trying to help and be genuine about it, you know what I mean? And then when that man go, yo, what's up with my paper? Or I'm trying to help you out, They go, oh, now you wanted to do that. At first you wanted to, you get where I'm coming from? They do the flip flame.
That's when you mixing two
Yeah,
things
that's
that
when
don't
you
go
mixing,
together. You
yeah.
mixing two things that don't go together.
Right.
Yeah, but the
And that's
context
just
is
it.
like,
It's
but when most businesses
all
take,
shit from there.
most businesses, most contracts are signed over dinner and some drinks.
I can't argue that. That's the truth.
Right.
Everybody needs to be comfortable.
And that's where the lines get crossed because their intent ain't being known from the jump. And the lines are getting crossed. Now, any more?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a
Said she
few
had
more.
10.
I had 10. That was 2. Okay, number 3 is keep your word.
That's hard. Let's deal with this one. That's a great thing. Life happens, okay?
Yes,
You know, we supposed to be here at a certain time, but things happen. See, one of the things that I've recognized, especially when it comes to the sexes, you know, women want you to hold your word. But there's a lot of women in the world have a billion excuses why they word can and will be, you know what I mean, pushed down the road. Have you noticed that?
It can happen, that's true.
Okay, but then they're holding men to the bar is here for men. That's unrealistic.
Right.
And that's what I'm talking about when we talk about equality. Okay, if you want a man to be understanding that there's things that happen, life does happen. You have to be able to reciprocate the same thing.
But you have to be able to communicate. That was the next one.
Okay, good.
Well, actually, that wasn't the next one, but that's
Go ahead. Communicate.
communication is key.
Communication is always key. But again, one of the things that I've learned about communication is when we communicate, if you have noticed, like the reason why I apologize and I try not to touch base on certain things or certain values and the way I feel, because what does it do? It makes the conversation uncomfortable, right? So far, I've been doing a good job, right?
I can't. Doing I.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So the conversation is going real well, you know?
I'm not arguing.
But that's
that,
because
family.
there's some clear-cut parameters that I choose or have grown accustomed and learned how not to touch base on. Because I know where the conversation can go.
Right.
Now, with me, we, men and women, have to learn hard conversations are necessary. Especially when you have children. Especially when you procreate. There can't be conversations that are not allowed. You have to be able to communicate. Your kids are watching.
The next one was don't lie.
Don't lie. That's a hard one.
Why is that a hard
That's
one?
a hard one.
Why is that a hard one?
Okay.
Keep
Say
it
you're
100.
married. Say you're married, and a wife is getting dressed, and she says, "Do I look fat?"
That just ain't right, though. Man. Hey,
I'm just being honest. I'm being honest,
listen,
bro.
listen.
What you just say? Always what? Don't lie. Don't lie means never lie, right?
But listen what I'm saying to you.
Go ahead.
If you took on that type of situation, right,
Yeah.
and that's what you into, then from your perception, she is what she thinks she is, based on how you perceive her. If you perceive her beautiful at whatever she looking like,
Yeah. I love
then
you
that's
just the
just
way
what
you
she
are.
is.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
nah, I mean, he not lying by saying what he's saying. He's telling the truth. In his eyes, that's what she is to him.
But the example is what she said is don't lie.
He's
So,
not
but
lying though. That's
to-
his perception. Everything's based on perception. We all see things how we see things. Nobody
true.
can see eye through nobody's eyes. Like
That's true.
it's perception.
That is perception.
Yeah, but
Everyone's
that's that
perception
great-
is
Now you
area.
saying once they go outside of the house, do everybody else look at her the same way? That's different.
right.
Okay, Still, what I'm saying, but again, that's where we get into this gray area, bro.
I'm calling
Now
know
we're
how I
in,
feel
now we're in
about
the gray area.
We are. You
Yeah.
just said it's okay to lie.
I didn't say
No,
that.
that's
I didn't
not
say
what he
that.
said. You're not
I
listening.
never said that. I
Okay,
never used those
explain it
words.
one
Oh my
time.
God, he just said
wait,
it.
You did it. Now, could you explain? Because I had
said-
a hard time. I heard gray area. Go ahead.
It's all about perception. So if you're with a woman, you know, you accept her for the way she is. You obviously think she's attractive and beautiful.
Yes.
So you may not perceive her, or you perceive her as an attractive woman. You know what I mean? So if you know, if you feel like she's beautiful, then that's how you perceive her. Maybe other people will perceive her differently.
No, but what I'm saying
But-
is, see, what we're not doing is from when you say, like, my example had more to do with, like I said, if you're married, right, and your wife put on some more pounds,
But
okay,
my
and
point
and your wife asks you, okay, do I look fat in this outfit? You get where I'm coming from?
You gotta keep it a stack.
That's what I'm saying.
If
I'm
y'all
saying,
went through it already, right? Y'all been through it. Y'all got to that point. You got to keep it a stack. You got to tell her
I'm just saying that
if she don't look right.
Keep it real,
that's
yeah.
a hard
I mean, you
line,
can
though.
keep
You
it
got
real,
though.
Oh, I got
but she may not like what you
I
said.
may not like it, but
And
that's
you-
a part of being
and you
in
know
a
what the
relationship.
results is going to be going forward.
What's the results gonna be?
Women are very vindictive and spiteful.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she may not like it. I mean, I know I wouldn't like it if you
That's
said
what
that
I'm-
about me.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
wouldn't, but
That, it's hard.
But you
Okay,
would be
continue.
conscious. Would you be conscious of the fact that you put on those
She
pounds?
might
yeah,
wanna
I
do
would,
something,
and I would probably
but-
make a change
yeah,
at
but
that
she ain't gonna
point.
like
But
you.
you understand what I'm saying,
But
right?
she-
So if you're
not
conscious,
gonna like them for a minute, right?
no, she might be upset, but she would have to value my opinion and
Right.
take
She's
the
going
truth
to
for what it
value
is.
your opinion, but what I'm saying is that's why I said it's hard. I didn't say it can't be done.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
I said it.
You good then?
That's hard.
You ain't gotta elaborate no more, brother.
Okay.
I misunderstood you.
That's all I'm saying. Okay.
No, it is true. It's true. But yeah, no. She may not like it, but she gonna move accordingly after that.
After that, right? That shot might be needed. She might need that shot.
Okay, so the next one is show that you care.
Okay. So we men show we care differently. See,
It's in the actions for us.
Yeah.
It ain't even in the.
yeah, it's not
It's
the
not in
women
the
want you to
words,
say,
it ain't
"Oh,
in the-
your hair
I don't-
looks nice
Well,
today."
yeah, some dudes just say,
"Oh,
nah,
your outfit is banger." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
"Oh, that thing is plump." You know what I'm saying? Like women definitely love that affirmation, you know, but men are more like, "Yo, my wife look good. I'm gonna buy this." You get where I'm coming from? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and go wash her car. You see?
That
So
ain't all men though.
I'm not.
That's
I'm not,
good men.
That's
Right,
good
that's
men.
the good
But the
men, right.
concept
So
is
you gotta distinguish the
You gotta
difference, though.
distinguish.
Because you will be considered what you are.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can't cloud the waters
But the
like
reason
that.
why I'm saying what I'm saying is because sometimes women might not appreciate your actions
It's a fact.
because they would prefer your hair looks nice, that outfit looks nice on
No,
you.
we do prefer your actions, though.
No,
Actually,
I don't think so. I think I've over the years, my experience, right? You want both, okay?
Yes.
So, okay. However, the context is because men are creatures of habit, okay? So if you like your car washed, every week that car is washed. You see what I'm saying? And then you take that for granted. Now you on to the, I did something nice with my hair and he didn't say nothing. He didn't notice. You see? So a lot of men are busy doing. They're not analyzing. Women are totally different. Women walk in a room, they scrutinizing to see if that cup is leaned this way.
You don't agree with that?
no, I do. I do.
You see what I'm
Like, I
saying?
feel like women, we're more like, you know,
Visual.
yeah, we're more visual. We pay attention more. Like, you guys don't really pay attention. We more get dressed
People
for.
be saying stuff to me, man. I'd be like, I don't even know how you came
Yeah.
up with that. Like, I don't even think along those lines. Like, how you drew that conclusion is beyond me.
So
but-
that's the point, and that's where it's needed, where we have to be able to spend time around each other and get to know these nuances. You see?
Right.
Because we don't spend, when you have a problem, you usually go talk, who the first person you call?
Family member.
Female family member, correct?
Well, there's a lot of females in my family, so.
But You see how the can get kicked? Did you hear it?
What? I did not kick the can.
You
like,
did kick the can. The question was.
I go to the people
female
that are
family
closest to me.
and that's women.
That's just because that's my particular situation.
That is just the
Not
same.
that's not every woman.
I didn't say every woman. I'm just explaining to you. I'm saying when I got a problem, guess who I'm calling?
I don't know who you calling your guy. Yeah, exactly.
Okay? And I'm saying to you, when I have a problem, I should be calling my sister, especially if I have a problem with a female. But we can't do that because if we call sisters, right, now she's gonna hate the girl and things ain't never gonna be right again. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, we can scrap and get past it. Y'all can't.
Yeah.
No, that's not necessarily true.
Hold on to it. A lot of females hold on. I ain't saying all, but most females hold on. They don't even.
I
they
mean,
get
we
months
can
down
hold-
the
we
road
can
and they
hold
feel-
on.
and they feel like they won that fight. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Listen.
She knows the
they
truth.
hold grudges for the listen.
spite,
Ooh.
you know, that's just, you know, that's a woman's thing. What was that on
Next
the
one.
list though?
The next
The
one.
next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What number we on?
I think we're on, what number are we on? We're on number 6. Oh, no, 7. 7.
Okay.
Express your feelings.
That's hard.
That's what y'all need to work on.
Time out. So when a man expresses himself, right? First of all, you know, I'll give you an analogy. Okay? I was watching Paternity Court. Great show. Okay? And there was a guy standing here. And the judge read the results to the paternity test. And the paternity test said, "You are not the father," which means the woman cheated on her man.
Right.
The woman broke down on the floor crying. What'd everybody do?
Run to
They
her.
ran to the woman. That man was standing there, damn near ready to kill himself, because he was hurt. You see the pain that a woman don't realize how much pain she can cause a man.
Nah, but they just feel like you're supposed to be able to withstand it.
Exactly.
Because you're a man. See, that's where it's funny at when it comes to equality thing. Like, you expect a dude to, well, not you. Let's clarify. I'm not talking about her, but women in general expect a man to be able to take whatever they dish out, just like we expect the same.
Double check, make
but
sure we still solid.
y'all expect us to be able to take it and just bounce right back. Y'all can have an issue and it could take y'all 2 months, 3 months to get over it. And we got to deal with that shit.
Bingo.
But we got to get over whatever issue it
Your
is
emotions come
right
first.
then and there.
Your feelings, the way your emotions work. What you know how you've ever heard this? I've heard this.
Hold up. Let's leave her alone though. What's next? What's next? We gotta get off. of
No,
her.
let's talk about it. I want to talk about it.
I'm just saying, I'm trying
So
to
what
help
I
you
say-
out.
Y'all are
about your-
directing it towards the woman, but it's about y'all expressing your feelings.
So
You
sometimes
see how
we
y'all
at
are
home-
deflecting?
Look, no, I'm not deflecting. I'm being honest. So let's just talk about our feelings.
Right.
So what I'm saying is this. Okay. I'm home. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. Something happened to you at work. You come home red hot, right? And you taking all that negative energy out on me. This is a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay?
Let's be clear.
Now I'm like, yo,
Match your energy.
what's going on? Here I am sitting here in my office chilling, and you coming over here and you giving me all this energy. What for?
Right.
And your excuse is, I had a bad day at work.
Right.
Deal with it.
And what am I supposed to do with that?
You're supposed to say, well, don't take it out on me.
Oh my goodness.
Express yourself.
Have you heard that before?
Yes, because I can't lie. I've done that one.
How did that end?
It did. I mean, it didn't end like on a bad note, but it was like a little bit of back and forth, a little. You know what I mean? Because I already had a bad day, and
Nobody had the bad.
but I didn't get triggered until he did something, you know, and said something that was.
But he doesn't even know you.
Even
had
though
a
it was,
bad day.
he didn't realize what he said would have triggered me because I already had a bad day.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right. So,
Exactly.
of course, yeah, I was in the wrong for, you know.
That's eggshells. That means
Right.
we have to.
No, you don't
Is she
have to, but
okay
you have to
today?
express
You
yourself.
don't have to, but it would make sense to do so. Hey, you don't have to. But
You don't have to walk on eggshells. Come
it would
on.
make sense.
You have to express yourself and be like, you know what? I don't like the way you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Don't take your frustration out on me.
Men need to express themselves.
Right.
But
Say that.
the catch is you can't let them. Men today feel like.
Y'all don't express yourself. Y'all keep
Listen.
everything in.
Because listen what he just said. I just told you that man probably wanted to break down and cry because he found out that this kid wasn't his. Okay.
nobody cared.
But nobody cared, and if he did, he would be 9 times out of 10. Everybody would have laughed at him.
I called him a bitch.
No, nobody would have
Yes,
laughed
I'm
at. That's
telling
something
you.
very traumatic.
But women.
Nobody
are not,
would have laughed
A
at
lot
him.
of women are not sympathetic to a man's emotional.
I would. I
trauma.
mean, I am, but
Let me
I'm just
give
a
you an
sympathetic
example.
person.
I saw another analogy, right? Okay, a teacher was writing answers to a question on the board, like 10 times 1 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20. And he deliberately wrote the wrong answer on the board. Like 10 times 9 is 91, he wrote. Everybody in the classroom bust out laughing. And he turned around, he said, I deliberately wrote that answer incorrectly to see your results, what you did
See,
about
he
it.
was really paying attention.
No, they was laughing at him. Because they like, he's supposed to be a teacher, an authority figure, and he made a mistake. And his point is we as a people laugh and ridicule people for their mistakes, even though every other question was what?
Correct. Right.
So people don't respect people.
Everything else, just that one
They're
fucking-
looking for the mistakes. Remember I said high standards? This is what I'm talking about when it comes to high standards. A man is not allowed those mistakes. But a woman, I'm on my thing this week. You get where I'm coming from? I had a bad day at work. True or false?
Hey, you can't even take those digs, bro. That ain't clean. That ain't good.
I can't help it. Next.
All right. Well, y'all need to work on expressing yourself either
I
way.
hear you. You guys got to be able to receive it.
That's
We
what's
do.
really good.
We are willing and we're willing to
As
receive
we
it.
recognize that you can
You
receive it,
are
then we
willing
will be
to receive it.
No, us women have to do better
Yes.
at working on, you know,
accepting a man's emotional.
yeah.
Yes.
But
Okay.
men don't want to express those emotions, so
Because we feel we don't have the space. You know, y'all women talk about safe space. Men need safe
right.
space.
So
Like,
we need to create that safe space for
yeah,
y'all
I would love
to feel
be able
okay.
when I had a crazy day, to be able to curl up in a ball and do one of these numbers, and a woman just caress my hair, my wife caress my hair and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you don't feel like you can do that, because your wife going like this, that's a problem.
Right.
I'll never do that again.
Right.
You feel me?
Well, we got to do better so that you can feel comfortable.
You won't get me like that.
Yeah,
You got me once. Won't get me like that
yeah.
again.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to do better at, you know,
Receiving it, that's
yeah.
all.
Okay, so the next one is say what you mean what you say. And number 10 is show her respect. And then, I mean, that was number 10, so that was it. And then I had
had a
like
bonus?
another,
You had a
a little
star
bonus.
joint?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bonus, yeah.
Start with friendship, like build a friendship.
Makes sense.
I want to address that.
Which one?
Friendship.
Okay.
So, when you're in a relationship, again, to me, a relationship is building your friendship. You know, one of the things that I've learned is you develop a stronger bond going through things than not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you ever heard them say all that glitters ain't gold?
Yeah.
And one of my favorite songs is Can You Stand the Rain? You have all good times in the world, you know what I mean? Then something bad happens. Now, if you're able to come out of a bad situation, that bond is so much stronger.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being friends, you know, it's like who I was talking to somebody and I said something and they was like, they got upset. Oh yeah, it was a female. I think I was talking about this on the last episode where she was blasting her baby daddy on Facebook or something.
Oh yeah. You told me
And
about
I
that.
was like, yo, you know, you get people better with honey than vinegar. You know what I mean? And she was like, I'm saying whatever I want to say. If you don't like it, you can get off my page. And I turned around and I said to her, I said, yo, I'm your friend. I'm supposed to be able to tell you even the hard truths.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Do you know this person?
I know this person.
I ain't just Facebook friend.
No.
Right, because there's a difference.
So most of my friends on Facebook I know
There's
personally.
definitely a difference.
Well, most of my
I ain't with
friends.
the shits.
No, I'm
I'm
just
just
keeping it real. Most of my friends on Facebook I know personally. We have personal relationships with. I'm not the type to just add people. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of
So
that going
those
on.
are the things. That is a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
And you know, thank you for your list. Your list really gave me a lot of insight, and I will definitely take the things that you said and apply it because I think, and matter of fact, it's not about thinking. I know it's going to help me in my relationships to be able to help foster the connections because, like I said before, here in Rhode Island, there's a lot of awesome, amazing women that are just killing it. You know, I'm just telling you, I bring a lot to the table and I can help support and take their visions to the next level.
Right.
But I don't want them to be apprehensive about it and thinking that I have ulterior motives about it.
Right.
Okay? So getting back to the Black Business Network, now we're going to share a video to let you guys know that this is not just happening here in Rhode Island. Pastor T.D. Jakes is doing the exact same thing in Orlando, Florida, come May 3rd. Play the video.
Every farmer knows when he plants a seed that he does not expect to reap a seed from a seed. Whatever went in the ground is going to come out bigger when it comes out than it was when it went in. If it's in good soil, it's going to flourish. I have come to learn that we are better together than we are apart. I have come to learn that if you can fulfill your dream on your own, it is too small for you. So we galvanize the best of the best from every walk of life, from all types of business. They were all in the room to learn and glean and to contemplate how we could increase our force and our impact. Lay your hand on yourself and say, I am good soil. Yeah, anybody who invests in me is going to be blessed. Anybody who loves me is going to be blessed. Anybody who befriends me is going to be blessed. I am good soil. If you plant an idea in me, I'll create a product around it. Come on, if you plant a seed in me, I'll produce a harvest behind it. Anybody who invests in me, lay your hand on yourself. I am good soil. It's going to be big. It's going to be big, y'all. It's going to be big. Let me go to work.
Right? So, Pastor T.D. Jakes is doing the same thing. And what he was touching base on was about how it's called, what is it, good soil? Good soil, fertile soil. You know, when you plant a seed, you don't expect that seed not to grow,
Right.
but you still have to nurture it. So that's what the Black Business Network is about. The Black Business Network is about us coming together, planting a seed so it can grow and bear fruit.
Right.
Okay? So as we grow and bear fruit, now everybody can partake or eat from that tree. Okay? But everybody has to pour into that seed and make it where we all are invested in that seed. See, because Rhode Island, they removed the name Rhode Island Providence Plantations, but they haven't removed the plantation mindset.
True that.
Another analogy is crabs in the barrel. When you mentioned how sides of towns are fighting for blocks in neighborhoods that they don't own. While they fighting for blocks in neighborhoods they don't own, these other people are actually buying the land up,
Right.
okay, and raising the rent to kick them out. Gentrification at its finest. Play the next video. California.
What's the problem with a private equity firm applying its shareholder first mentality to the rental business? Reuters reported the picture that emerges is one of leaky pipes, vermin, toxic mold, non functioning appliances, and months long waits for repairs.
Private equity firm Blackstone Group is now the country's #1 landlord, meaning they own more rental properties than any other institutional investor or mom and pop landlord in the country. In fact, if you think mom and pop landlords would even have a shot at beating Blackstone Group, you would be mistaken. Because Blackstone Group has acquired quite a bit of real estate, both single family homes and apartment buildings. And their whole play here is to focus their energy on low-income neighborhoods and moderately priced real estate. Essentially take these single-family homes and these rental units, maybe do some renovations, shoddy renovations to be sure, and then jack up rent. And evict people, by the way, with no problem at all if they're unwilling or unable to pay the insanely high rental prices or pay some of the needless fees that are associated with corporate landlords like Blackstone.
Like, I mean, the blacks and the Spanish
Okay, we're back.
fuck with each other.
Action question.
No, I wanted to ask you because I know you're from Connecticut.
Yep.
Like, what's it like in what part of Connecticut are you from?
I'm from New Haven, Connecticut.
New
actually.
Haven. Okay.
I mean, well,
Shout out to New Haven.
for the most part, dudes mesh with each other. Like, I mean, mesh.
There's support.
Like,
Like,
I mean, everybody support
rock
each
with
other
each other.
in the areas that they in. I mean, but it's the same thing. Like, you know, Hispanics happen to, you know, do whatever they do or get whatever support they got from wherever they get it from. So they buy the block.
right.
Dudes still live around. Everybody still mingle, but you know, you can see the difference. You can see that dudes is being shortchanged in a sense. I mean, it's
So
the,
they
it's
need-
the
they
same
need the sh-
vibe.
they need the strength.
They need the strength. So
Yeah.
basically, what they need is a way to have an outlet. It's a lot of small businesses. Dudes is authors. Dudes is making all these fighting attempts towards, you know, equal jail sentences. They, you know, how dudes are getting overcharged.
Unfair jail
Unfair
sentences.
jail. That.
We're gonna talk about that next.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's so much dudes is trying to do. They're just small, so they need to be able to network because New Haven, like I said, is small. So if you could get half of the business dudes that's in the business to participate in what you got going on, that would be a boost for the whole Connecticut because they deal with dudes in Bridgeport and they deal with dudes in Waterbury, and you know, you just stretch out. town
That's
to
what the
town.
U.S. Black Business Network is about. It's about, you know, there is strength in numbers. And one of the things that I really wanted to touch base on is like I was using an analogy before how, you know, you can have a house with gas, food, but you need electricity because you can't afford it. If you have the Black Business Network, we can focus on just making sure we provide you with the electricity so you can feed people. You get where I'm coming from? Now, with the U.S. Black Business Network, it's a union. Now, the union is not just there, okay, to invest in businesses. It's also to fight racial inequities. What I see and what I know, especially here in Rhode Island, other places you might have some civil rights attorneys who don't care if they wronged you for a nickel, they will fight, okay? But the U.S. Black Business Network is about having a network of attorneys who, if anybody, any lawyer, any doctor, any politician, any bank, anybody does you wrong, they're coming to fight for you. If you notice, police, they have a union. Schools, teachers, they have a union. The U.S., I don't know if it was the U.S. government or all corporations and businesses fought to abolish unions, okay, in their businesses because they recognized it wasn't economical for them. To abolish unions weakened the workers.
Right.
So that's what's happened.
No
so with
voice.
the U.S. Black Business Network, with T.D. Jakes and all of us as together collectively is creating a union for our people. It's our turn. Okay? Contrary to popular belief, African Americans built this country.
Right.
Play that video.
African Americans built this nation. We built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right? African Americans.
Okay. We built this country for them to reap the benefits and the rewards. Now, we are begging them to help us, build us. It don't make sense, and I'm getting passionate. Let me calm down again.
No, get passionate.
So, we don't need their help to build us. We need us to build us. We have to get back to us. We were slaves. We built this country, okay? Eating scraps. We fought for the rights of every ethnicity. All the civil liberties that every ethnic group experienced, women, men, Russian, Chinese. Let's not talk about the Vietnam War. Let's not talk about Irish. Let's not talk about these different places, okay? African Americans died for those rights.
Right.
And we built the greatest nation on the globe. We're under attack right now, but that's okay. It's time for us to build us and pour into our people. And that time is now. What do you think?
I agree.
What do you think?
I agree, but I do not support his bullshit.
I want all the smoke.
I'm with the shit, so I'm with the shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not with the shit. I better do what he got.
I'm with it.
He with the shit.
So, what we did, we showed you a video on how there was a company called Blackstone, who is the largest, I repeat, the largest landlord in America by far. So it's similar, the U.S. Black Business Network's motto is going to attack that too. It's about land wealth. T.D. Jakes is talking about that. Good seed, good soil, okay? So what we're doing is we're building communities. We buying acres of land to build our own communities to regulate or stop Blackstone from raising the rent to kick us out of certain locations and areas, okay? So we can have our own places and regulate the prices.
Right.
Okay? If we have these places and we have these things, then they can't raise the rent on us because we'll have another avenue, another place. And come April 22nd, I'll show you more videos on how those new places look. They're new homes because our communities, the black communities, what's left of them are old homes from 100 and some odd years ago. They haven't been renovated and remodeled. And that shows you how the resources have been extracted out of our communities. When our grandfathers and everything was there, they was pouring into it. Remember I just mentioned good soil? You plant the seed, it has to grow. But a lot of people are too busy wanting to be flashy today and wear Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Fendi. I'm guilty, but my priorities are correct. Okay, I own land. I got money in the bank. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying my priorities are in order. And I want to support all the businesses here in Rhode Island. There are apparel lines here. You have a lot of DJs. Shout out to Chop Stewie. Shout out to DJ Franchise. Shout out to DJ Boom. Shout out to JL Dana's. The list goes on and on and on and on. I see a lot of people making moves, but I believe collectively we'll be able to do a lot more.
True that.
You know? And that's what this is about. So come on down to enjoy yourself and talk about what we can do to help you. But I hate to use this phrase again, but I'm going to. JFK say, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Because you have to pour in in order for a tree or a seed to bear
grow.
fruit.
Right. It's true.
Where I come from in New York, we poured in, and when you have some perverse people in there, we did a whole lot of destruction, but there was a whole lot of unity. My point for using that as an analogy is to say, together we can do a lot, whether it's bad or good.
It's a fact.
But my objective and our goal is to do good for our people. With that, you got anything else to add?
No, I really don't, brother. Thank you for letting me get up here and express myself and share the stage with you. Two beautiful people. I'm good.
I'm glad you're here, bro. You know that.
Definitely.
Cassie?
No, I mean, I'm here for the Black Business Network. You know, I support your vision and everything else, and I'm definitely going to be a part of it. I'll be there April 22nd.
Come on down.
With
Trust
my
me.
my podcast crew,
That's
the
what's up.
pregame podcast.
All right. Okay.
Got some pregame going on.
Right. So we meet every Friday, but definitely check us out. Check me out on Instagram at Cassie.Hawa_. And I'm also on Facebook at Cassie Killingham, or you can find me on Snapchat.
Okay.
But I don't really.
Go on Snapchat.
I don't really give out my Snap.
Oh, okay.
But so come through on Saturday. We're gonna be there full effect.
Definitely.
And we need to support each other. I'm here for it.
Shout out to my boy Trap. He didn't make it tonight. He busy, probably high as hell. Remember,
It's 420.
Yeah, you voted me all the way
It is
up.
420.
National Smokers Day.
Smoke them if you got them. Okay.
As soon as we get off the camera, I'm
Already
ready.
know.
Oh, you blowing it down?
Already know.
Okay.
Rolled up right
I
there.
might hit you out on the
Let's
low.
go.
There it is. Shout out to
Let's go.
Trap. We had a great episode tonight. Thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing y'all April 22nd. And shout out to the U.S. Black Business Network. Great things coming. Peace.
Sometimes I look in the mirror and see something that I hate. Like, why is my skin not clearing? How can I motivate myself and my predecessors? It helps when I send a message to people who need the leverage. As long as I help a soul, I'll be fine. Pick up the phone, share opinions, and keep your thoughts on the line. To know the trace that you married, ex for divorce at the time. Self-inflicted bullet wounds, must have been a past life. Deeper thoughts than meets creation. Writer's block since last night. I'm looking for something else, just I don't know what it is. Just flipping my life in circles and squares and the pies and grids. Focus right, the poems are right, the culture likes the series. How I know I'm right, my soul ignites and vultures nesting in me. Keep it kosher, just be weary. What you wrote in the past keeps me held down to my roots, cause God said the first shall be last. You're in a federal prison of your own making, that's living through hesitation. Living but not beginning to formulate true creation. Lord, read the text but keep the mess, I don't need no mistaking. Lord, running miles from block to block, I don't know what they chasing. Lord, teach me what you know and I won't keep it to myself. We need some help cause there's no love, cause they too busy in themselves. Those city getting hot and people dying. Is this hell? And is heaven in our crowns? Cause king is getting hard to tell. I never fell, cause I be killed. And 1999 was the year they sent to kill you. I'm all for one, I'm all for you, I'm all for love and a dream come true. I fix the repercussions, a long time meant for budding, so every tree could be exactly what it is and stunning. I'm all for one, I'm all for you, I'm all for love and a dream come true. I fix the repercussions, a long time meant for budding, so every tree could be exactly what it is and stunning. Yeah.